So I found this post on the Pokey Investing subreddit that I wanted to share with you all. Here, a Pokemon investor decided to open one of their products just because it had a little bit of damage. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. My thoughts about that sort of thinking, that sort of ideology of okay, this is damage, I'm going to open it. Things to think about, just what this person has done here. So opened a Celebrations UPC. So here are the contents of the UPC. You can see here you get the celebrations packs, you get some other packs, just normal ones. You get a gold Pikachu card, a gold Charizard card, and some gold full arts here, Pikachu V and the Pokeball, and these two are metal. And here are their pulls. Nothing crazy. They didn't get a Charizard Holo, which I believe is the most expensive card. So nothing that crazy in here. But here's what they had to say about opening this, and they posted this, mind you, on the Pokey Investing subreddit. Paid 200 euros when it first came out. I have a few UPCs sealed and put away, so they have more of these. This one had a bit of damage to the box, so I thought I'd open it. The metal Charizard is in really good condition. I've opened 3 UPCs before, and this Charizard is the best out of the 3. Maybe I can grade it to PSA. Who knows? I was hoping to pull the base set Charizard, but no. So here's the thing. So seems like, the reason why they opened it is because it had a little bit of damage, guys. Damage is definitely, I'm very, very picky with damage. Like, I can definitely say that myself. But here's the thing. If you're going to justify opening something just because it has a little bit of damage, I feel like that's coming at it in the wrong angle. If you want to open something and you're wanting to open something, and then it just so happens that okay, you do have a product that's damaged and you wanted to specifically open that product, go right ahead, right? But if you're gonna rationalize yourself that it has a little bit of damage, so I have to open it, I feel like that's the wrong way to go about it, because people will still buy damaged product to actually open, so you don't even have to open it yourself. You're gonna have to sell it at somewhat of a discount. No one's gonna pay full market for a product that's damaged, obviously, if they wanted to keep it for their sealed collection. But people will still buy damaged product. So what I'm trying to just get at here is that it's fine to open stuff, obviously, I'm not against that, but don't just rationalize opening something just because it's a little bit damaged. Now, seeing, okay, if this person, opened this, did they lose actually much money actually just opening it up? Did this product have a huge sealed premium? Surprisingly, I don't really think so. If you look right now, they're going for about $850, $900, kind of ranging. Lowest one here is at like around $850. If you do the math, and I didn't pull up a calculator or anything, but I did some rough napkin math. So here are the cards you get. You get the Charizard, the metal one here, which is around like 170, 180. Here the Pikachu's around like 80. This Pikachu's around 70. This is around 20. The packs are around $20, and I didn't include the other 8 packs that comes in this product. I don't know exactly what packs come in here. There's like 8 normal booster packs. From the picture, it looks like there's chilling. Under here, is that evolving? Kind of looks like it. You add all the math up, there's actually like almost no premium, I believe, on this product just from doing napkin math. So they didn't really mess up, you could say, in that way of opening up the product because it was damaged. Because if the inside contents are just worth I guess the sealed box, if it's just worth the inside contents, I guess in that way, I mean, you're not really losing money of the sealed nature, you're just opening up loose stuff. So I guess it's not that bad. And they've also said that the Charizard apparently is in really good condition. So hey, maybe this wasn't a bad idea after all, because if you look at the the prices of the PSA 10s of these metal cards, it's actually kind of crazy. You look at the most recent sold one, 10 grand, guys. 10 grand, and these are recent sales. 10 grand for a PSA 10 metal Charizard. 10 grand is crazy. So hey, maybe this was a great idea if they grades a 10, because then they obviously would have like 10x opening up the UPC. But pretty crazy it's that expensive. The Pikachu is also pretty expensive as well, around $5,000 to $6,000. So yeah, I mean, if they grade any of these in a 10, it would have been a good idea opening. But the main thing I want to get at here in this video is, if you're gonna open something, just open it because you wanted to. Just because of a little bit of damage, don't open it just because of that reasoning. It's people will still buy it, and especially when it's something that's this expensive, $800 to $900. Technically, regardless of even if it had a sealed premium or not, you still opened $800 to $900 worth of product. The cards themselves were, I think, total value, it's probably worth what, like around like $300. So they opened, then you could say like $500+ in packs, and this is all I got. And if the reason for that was just because your box had a little bit of damage, I don't know, right? That's just my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think about this. Like I said, I think it's totally fine opening, but don't just open something and probably lose money, because I mean, pulling something and trying to get value out of it is not really, some really for the most part going to work. Maybe not the best play in the book if you're trying to invest and you're just rationalizing, oh, I'm going to open it because it has a tiny bit of damage. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. But let's just read some of the comments here. Pretty sure they stopped grading metal cards again. Shouldn't have opened. They restarted grading them again. Just got my metal Mew back. So I guess they still grade metal cards. I had to open it. Don't know why they mean they had to open it, but okay. You're good, man. I would say grade the metal cards. It's worth a shot since they are so expensive. As long as you're happy with your pulls. I pulled my secret Mew and sold off my other two ETBs after I got my chase. So yeah, I mean, if this person was just wanting to open a UPC and they had a damaged one, okay, it makes sense. But if they weren't planning on opening up this product and they just did it because it was a little bit damaged, if they don't grade any of these in 10, I don't know if they're worth any more in a PSA 9 rather than compared to a raw. But then they would have lost obviously hundreds of dollars just because of a little bit of damage. So for me, if you want to open something and, you can just, if it's something that's this expensive, has this much value, just buy like a cheaper product or something, or like loose packs or something. For example, like, I don't know how much, if the ETBs have a premium or any of the collection boxes have a premium out there, but if you're wanting to open something, then, buy something in a smaller quantity instead of, opening something that's almost $1,000 here. But like I said, I mean, this person, if they do grade this in a 10, maybe it would have been worth it. But you're just gambling at that point, and it is kind of surprising. This person did post this on a pokey investing subreddit. It's like, are we gambling here by trying to chase after expensive cards, trying to make grading plays off of opening stuff, or are we investing, right? A little bit strange, in my opinion, that they decided to do that. Personally, I mean, I have opened stuff before, and if I wanted to open something, I would look through my products to see, okay, is there one that maybe has a little bit of damage. But I didn't solely just open because it was a little bit damaged. That's, in my opinion, not really a great idea, because you're gonna then open every single thing that has a little bit of damage. It's like, I mean, at that point, what are you doing, right? So that's all I want to share in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.